Hey everybody, welcome back to another X's for Show, your premier media response series. You can check us out online at X's for Show on all your socials. As for me, I'm Nico, and you can check me out online at Nico Action. That's NICOACTION. Last Saturday, we had an incredible time at FlameCon, as always, having been a part of the FlameCon team and supporting with tables and paneling since the first year. This past year, we got to debut our amazing new game show, Deal Breakers Live, alongside the irrepressible D'Manda Martini, one of our favorite performers. Definitely check her out. She was such a blast on the show. And if you listen carefully in the audience, you might even get a chance to hear the unbelievable Talk Nerdy to Me, one of my favorite nerdy voices on all of X Twitter. Definitely check it out. And until next time, stay strong, be brave, evolve daily, and we'll see you.
Woo! Thank you. We are the X is for Show team. I am TK Elemental, and you can find me on social media at TK Elemental. And all the way down there is our fearless leader, show creator, game show creator, somebody who has now made me the Elizabeth Banks of X-Men, which I'm very excited about. And go for it.
Big bucks, no whammies. Hey everybody, I'm Nico. You can check me out on all the socials at Nico Action. That's NICOACTION. I just want to say that as a person who grew up like worshiping Merv Griffin and Goodman Todd, getting to sit up here and make a gay game show is like the dream.
This is what we do now. And who do we got right next to you?
Oh, hi, I'm Jonah. You can follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, whatever it's being called right now. I have no idea. At Peak Jonah, that's P-E-A-K.
Yes. Hi, I'm D'Manda Martini. I am a DC area cosplayer, drag artist, theater person, / We have all of the things. You can follow me across all social media at D'Manda Martini, DMANDAMARTINI.
And who is she tonight?
Oh, so tonight we are giving you full 1980s Janet Van Dyne realness. I was telling them earlier, my favorite, and sorry if you were here earlier when I told the story, but when I sent this pattern over to the suit maker, they were very confused, being like, did you mean to only have one arm and one leg? And I was like, yes. It's called fashion. Maybe you should look that up.
And on my left is producer extraordinaire, Kevo. You can find him at Kevo Really. He is amazing and brilliant, and we could not do the show without him. Kevo, thank you so much. So, we are here to play a game where we talk about some subject related usually to superheroes. We come up with our ideal something. In this case, we're going to be talking about our most iconic superhero families. And the deal is, our contestants over here come up with their 3 iconic superhero families, and then they have to come up with 3 rules for what defines an iconic superhero family.
I just want to double check. The assignment was superhero family looks, right?
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Just double checking, because otherwise I did the assignment wrong and I came up with the beginning of the episode.
That's the iconicness that we're getting to.
So they're aesthetics.
Yes.
They're aesthetics. They look.
And so first we will introduce the teams and who each contestant picked. Then they're going to tell us their rules for what makes an iconic superhero team look. I'm going to pick from their full set of 9 rules, 3 rules, and then we will start eliminating their teams one by one until we have found a winner.
And then I win.
I have seen them, and I can tell you, I don't think it's unlikely, but we're just going to have to find out.
I'm double checking one thing. Do we want to start with the teams or start with the rules?
Oh, that's a good question.
Right, I think we start with the rules. This way we can't sabotage each other's teams.
All right, Nico.
Sabotage.
We're playing friendly right now. I also have played games with these people. I'm not ready to play sabotage rules yet.
We're going right down the line. Perfect. So,
okay.
D'Manda, tell us, what are your rules for an iconic superhero family?
So my 3 rules that I literally just came up with 20 minutes before we started was a cohesive color scheme. Like, a color story is always so good. Like, everyone should have some, like, the iconic colors where you're like, oh yeah, that's the thing. The second is individualized when needed, because listen, all bodies are different, all people are different. So like, even though they should still fit in the family, but like, there's gonna be somebody who's like really broad-shouldered, or there's gonna be somebody who's like covered in fur, or there's gonna be somebody who like has wings. So like it needs to be individualized when needed. And then the third is iconography. So it's like you can see it and you're like, nope, I know what that is. I know who that is. I know what family you're with. I know like what your story is. I know what's happening here. Right? That's what it is.
Yep. No,
I did it. I did the assignment. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Jonah.
So for me, the first thing I thought of was visual identity. It's a slightly different way of, does your character design actually make sense and tell us who you are? If your design doesn't represent what your powers are, what you represent, your personality, that's a little weird. My second one that I chose was cohesion. I think, you should all kind of think you're part of the same collection, really. And the third one for me was just, I really had a little bit of a tough time trying to figure it out, but I went with emotion. Does it spark joy? If I look at your outfit, if I look at your family, am I actually happy or not? We'll see.
So your third rule is the quality of Marie Kondo.
Listen, you could do worse when you were just trying to pick looks.
All right, so I don't have my phone. My phone is filming this right now. TK, what were my three?
All right, Nico. Your first rule is the family has to function within multiple eras.
Oh, yeah, no, hold on. That makes total sense.
Get into it.
Yeah, so they have to function in multiple eras. It either needs to be like, oh man, 30 years later that still looks good, or we know how to update, because one size does not fit all eras. Unacceptable.
Rule number 2 was it can't just be carbon copies and everyone in the same look.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm so tired of every Venom and every Spider character looking identically iterated. Not for me.
And your last one was, it can't be too literal. No spiders with 8 arms in parentheses.
I'm not even going to defend that one, because then what would rogue be? Look, it's a rogue. It's a rogue what? No, unacceptable. No exact literal names.
All right, so I've had some time to think about these beforehand. Right off the bat, individualize when needed, I think, is a huge part of this. We already know we're talking about family looks, so we expect some level of, similarity, but I think we do need to always be able to focus on the individual. So, rule number 1, individualize when needed. That will be there for our evaluations. Number 2, it can't just be carbon copies and everyone in the same look. I think that's very important, Nico.
Is that not the same rule?
No, that is.
Is that not the same thing?
Okay, all right.
Is it not?
All right, no. I see where you're coming from. A little bit of pushback. I'm okay with it. I love it.
I'm not trying to be abrasive or argumentative as my therapist says.
This is how we play the game.
I wish my therapist would call me back.
So then we're going to go with has to function in multiple eras.
Okay, I
do love that one.
Okay.
And lastly, do the outfits and designs speak to what the character represents?
Okay, I love that.
It's a fine line between hyper literal, look, I'm an 8 spider arm person and I've got some webs. I get it. Okay.
I have to say I've also seen your list, Amanda, and it's always very interesting to watch during the rule-making process. People give pushback on rules where they know it might hurt their teams.
Are you? Wait! Listen, that is literally the same rule that you just said.
Yeah, no, that's it. Nico has a history when playing this game of making rules that completely destroy his team. So.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Right off the bat, you got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so those are my picks. So do you want me
to
talk? Okay,
let's go.
So my 3 picks are the blue and gold X-Men training uniform. So this is literally my favorite sort of look. So this is, I think it's just fan art. I don't think this is actual published stuff. But I also didn't want to use the same image from when the X-Men went into Shi'ar space and they all had the training uniforms on. But I love the blue and gold. I love the matchy. But this image in particular shows the individualized when needed. For example, Beast is just wearing trunks. Jean and Scott are still wearing versions of their iconic Jim Lee designs. Angel, of course, has his wings. Colossus is sleeveless because he should never wear clothes.
Never, ever.
He should his best costume is still Outback era, where it's literally just arm bracers and a Speedo. He doesn't need clothes. All right. Oh, thank you for zooming in. Oh my God, you were
That was the best Zoom.
Yeah, she is so good. Thank you so much. But again, it's still an iconic look of everyone together. Everyone still looks good. It's still, all together. So my second pick is the 2000s era New Mutants. Again, everybody is in similar costumes. It's individualized when needed because Magma doesn't have sleeves.
Warlock is just a bunch of machinery.
Yeah, he's just Warlock. Like, let's face it, he's not gonna wear clothes. But also, like, I have this uniform. I think it's great. I think it's versatile. I think it still says like who these people are. The New Mutants also, for so long, like continually just go back to like their original training uniforms, and I love this updated look. My third pick, which are not really like my favorite characters, but I just really feel like they function so well as a family unit, is the Super Family. Because again, they're like, as soon as you see that S, you know exactly what's going on here. You know what their power set is, you know that they're related in some kind of way to other Kryptonians or other various degrees of that. And also like, you can't go wrong with red, yellow, and blue, like, to be honest. Which is also like, as you can see from these other picks, like, a color scheme works. But also, like, I feel like everyone's individualized, but it's such an iconic sort of idea of what you expect from a Superman, Supergirl, Superwoman, Superboy. Like, there's so many recognizable things, but everyone is still individual.
Do we have a Super They yet?
I don't think so. I don't think we have a Super They
DC,
yet.
call me.
I mean, they have a gender neutral Flash.
Okay.
But they do not have a Super They yet.
All right.
Next up, Jonah. Tell us what we're looking at.
So I may have went about this a little bit differently. So I took it as actual individual families for some of them. As my number one pick was the Frost family, because I don't think they've ever looked bad in their lives.
100% agree. I fucking love the Frost family.
I think that they have a very cohesive look of kind of dressing in white and gold, very strong color combination.
White and cunty. Like, that is the category. I'm sorry, I didn't. I'm so sorry.
No, I appreciate the defense. No. Please keep fighting for me.
It's like arrogant without the Nazi. It's,
Yes! They're not the Fenris twins.
No. But no, seriously, they really always look put together. I mean, they're the rich family for a reason. And I just, I love it. And then so my second team is a little self-serving because I'm in love with Green Arrow, Oliver Queen, very secretly. Not many people know that I'm in love with him. But I look at, Team Arrow, and he kind of collects a lot of kids and kind of just adds them to his roster. They all look like very cool archers, and I think that's part of what I really enjoyed about this is, you look at them and like, okay, they all use bow and arrows. How do we make this cool? How do we make them distinct? And I really, I just really enjoy just looking at them very much. And then my third pick, I was really struggling to come up with, all right, families, teams, whatever, and I realized, why not get a little medieval with it with the Braddock family? And they really, I think, serve really beautiful color schemes. We have Brian as Captain Avalon, Betsy as Captain Britain, Megan, even Janie, some people may or may not like the diaper, but I currently really love that king look.
Monarch serves.
Yeah. Monarch. The whole Monarch identity for him is great.
I need to see the Viv as classic Psylocke now.
Yeah.
Well, like just like that whole attitude of it.
Sometimes I do forget they are actually British.
I was actually supposed to today have my original Psylocke look. But it wasn't ready, so it's going to be at FanX in Salt Lake City in next month. But yeah.
Like the full gown.
No. The pink nonsense.
Oh,
with
okay.
the flowy sleeves and.
Obsessed.
But last night, again, at a happy hour, I went as model Psylocke from her early Daredevil's appearance. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep interrupting people.
No, this is
no.
Yeah,
I guess
this is how
my
we
therapist would be so mad at me.
That's our show.
I was gonna say, this game is just talking shit, so get to it. Nico, let's see.
Alright, so let's start. New X-Men era. I love that Marvel said no more costumes. And then they said we'll accept Emma Frost. Also,
always serving cunty and white.
Yes, a Beast giant diaper, and then all the other books kind of got the memo and kind of didn't, because, no, Storm, honey, that's a costume. But so the fact that this was supposed to be everybody's going out in the world clothes was everything to me. This is the era. Oh, right, I'm supposed to keep going.
Yeah.
Number 2, hear me out on this. The Endless. It actually doesn't matter that they're not superheroes, but take a look at the art. Look at the different iterations of The Endless. This is a group who always look like a thing, and it's the same thing at any point in time. I think Lady Joanna Constantine would agree. And then, okay, I know this is anathema to everything I said, but I have a really specific point here. Okay, it's not just Mayday who is kind of carbon copy, but Aranya is spectacular, and I'm a big Renew Your Vows guy, and so the Renew Your Vows spiders having those like alternate color schemes, like I would have bought those action figures so hard, and now I have them. So I think this is a really diverse selection of the best of Marvel, while representing looks also the Endless.
All right, so these are our teams. These are their iconic looks. We need to remember that they need to be individualized when needed. The family has to function, their look has to function within multiple eras, whether it's a response to the era or a transformative look in the era. And the outfits need to speak to what the character represents. So we're going to take turns for each person, and you guys can kind of, let's go back to D'Manda.
So what am I supposed to like to other?
Jonah and Nico.
Oh no, you get to defend yourself.
Yeah, you get to defend. Jonah and Nico are gonna have to convince, me, and maybe I need a little help from the audience. Who knows what's gonna happen?
All right, so I gotta start. If we're gonna start, I'm ready. I think the one thing I'm gonna say is that those New Mutant looks do not individualize when needed. That is one leotard. Every single one of them is in a blue and black, yellow kind of Swan Lake ballet from hell. It is one look on all of them, and if you don't look good in an X, you're unflattered. I don't know. I think that we can say that it's not individualized when needed.
What do you do if you're a mutant and you don't look good in an X?
I think you just have to become like a member of the Brotherhood. I don't look good in X's. I have to be evil. It's not cool. It sucks.
So I will concede only because the only two I just really like this suit, and again I have it and I put it on my body. But so like the only two like individualized things that happen in these looks are Magma doesn't have sleeves because I don't know, she's a white woman pretending to be brown.
I assume she burned them off.
Yeah, and then Karma because she has the bionic leg. But other than that, everyone else is wearing the same thing.
But 3 cheers to the diversity for Karma keeping that bionic leg.
Yes.
Oh, wait, do we have some from the audience?
Yeah, hello, Magic and her elvish armor.
Well, yeah, but that goes on top of the suit. It's not really changing the suit. I mean,
I feel like Charles was not like, don't worry, Magma has her own individualized look. He was like, why does this magic...
Also, Charles was not around during this era. He was very much not there. He was not
and
there.
Magneto didn't care about anything.
Well, no, he was because this is the Utopia era. So Magneto was definitely like, oh, I'm a good guy now. I brought Kitty back from space.
Yeah.
In a big bullet. So.
Yeah, and a big bullet.
I caught that bullet.
I caught that bullet for you. But no, I'll concede. Like that one definitely doesn't individualize as needed. But also, they're all just like very healthy cis people. So is there really individualizing that's needed?
It's like the McMansion of clothes.
Okay.
All right, we're moving it on to Jonah, D'Manda, Nico.
So I kind of want to. So what are our roles? Individuals function, multiple errors, character representation. So I don't feel like the Braddock family, however much I love them. However much I love the Braddocks, I just don't feel like it's like functioning in an era like these images are literally from the same era. None of them have had any like matching costumes otherwise, or like any sort of like those images aren't even like their iconic looks. Like unless you're reading the current Krakoan era, you wouldn't know who those people were.
I'm going to add in that other than this era, the Braddocks basically look like they're ready to mud wrestle. Jamie's always in the diaper, and Betsy, at most, Olivia Munn wore more clothes in one movie than Betsy has worn in her entire career as Psylocke. It was all of the fabric.
Yes.
So I think I have to agree. While I also love Team Braddock, and the looks are iconic.
No, I love them, but they're not like they don't speak to family unit.
It's not. I think we're going for multi. I'm just crossing them right off for you, TK. You don't have to worry about calling it. I think it just doesn't. What do you think?
I mean, I need you to convince me a little bit more on it doesn't work in multiple eras because we don't know yet, and that might work in your favor or against you. But talk to me about eras because this could go for another 20 years.
Megan used to look like an elf person.
True, but now she looks like a lady, Arthurian lady.
Oh, Brian had that mullet.
Right, but these are not the looks that Jonah gave us. Jonah gave us this era. So does this era
Jonah, help us out.
survive?
You want me to kick myself down?
Jonah, help us out. Take yourself down.
Defend yourself.
Yeah.
Ooh. So here's the thing. I think because it's representing specifically a genre of medieval fantasy, they're supposed to be, Arthurian. They're supposed to be representing Avalon. It works for what they're supposed to be representing. If I'm going to ding myself, does it really work if you take them out of connection to Otherworld? I don't really know. Like, you look like you're dressing up and you go into a Renaissance fair, which works for Otherworld.
I mean, it is giving very unfair. And so again, like are the Braddocks only supposed to be representative of Otherworld and of this like Avalonian thing, or are they supposed to function elsewhere?
So now we're getting into, do the outfits and designs speak to what the characters represent?
I don't know. I think we should ask the audience. What do you think?
Let's hear about it.
You guys, do you think this works and passes the rules or no? Hands up if it passes the rules.
I think that it's two different kinds of looks. I think that Megan and the baby are one separate type of look, while Betsy and Brian are another.
Yeah.
So they can work timelessly, whereas Megan maybe can, but they don't look cohesive necessarily.
Megan looks like she's about to show up in Christmas Carol for me.
Yeah. Also, I just don't like this look for Megan. I'm like, Megan, why are you wearing this, babe? Like,
Do y'all think in 20 years, if they're still in these, we're going to be like, man, these really stood the test of time? Or is this just going to be kind of a disaster?
For Betsy and Brian, yeah.
They look epic.
Okay.
but like again, like the whole medieval thing. So I just don't feel like they're going to. I don't feel like they're going to continue to wear this should their stories move into a different direction.
But even still, you have the Captain Britain look that's already been there for decades. So.
Yeah, but also at the same time, neither of those looks say so even though I love Betsy's look and I love Brian's look, I do love them, but neither of them, for me as a longtime Excalibur reader and Captain Britain fan, say Captain Britain to me.
Brian's is specifically Captain Albion. It can't be Captain Britain, and that's his cross to bear.
Yeah, it doesn't to me. From again, we've seen a multiverse of Captain Britons.
We've got a swan.
Yeah, literally Violet Swan.
But they all have the cowl though,
Yeah.
so that's the continued part. They all have the cowl.
Betsy maybe wore that cowl once. One time. And twice. Because the first time she wore it, literally a man ripped it off her face and blinded her. So
But she had it.
but she did have it. That is true. She did have it.
If you get cowl, you don't gotta get blinded. I don't know if straight cowl, you don't get blinded.
But no,
All right, what do you think, Mr. Moderator?
Yeah, I think we kind of X this one out. It's on very negative ground. I may have to swing around back to it. We'll see what we have left for time. But we're moving on to Nico.
I like that we just dragged the Braddocks for 10 minutes.
That's what this game is
listen,
about.
I still love them.
Yes, you love
I
it.
still
But
love
the thing is, I
them.
mean, and before we move on, because it's a deep cut. Like you have to be so familiar with them.
Yeah.
The connection.
So again, there's not the what was my rule? Iconography.
Yeah, it's like you need to like seriously know who they are.
All right, D'Manda, Jonah, talk to us about one of Nico's.
So I appreciate the fact that Nico is going for like the Spider Girls. But here's the thing: that look is not iconically Spider Girl. That look is iconically Spider Man. Like it's Spider Man. Like, listen, I want to support all of my lady spiders out there, but when you see that, you're not like, oh, that's this different version of Spider Girl, or you're literally like, oh, that's a derivative of Spider Man. Quite literally a derivative of Spider Man.
I mean, literally. I mean, his spawn.
Yes. So like, is it so like even though like if you just would have said Spider People in general, I'd have been like, okay, work. I love that. But the fact that you made it very specifically like these Spider Girls. I'm like, yeah, but they're still derivative of something else.
But can't you make the same argument about the Super Family?
The Super Family, but the thing is, Superman is still a part of that.
Right.
But I
did say Spider Girls. I mean, I feel
so I'm going with that. He said Spider Girls. He didn't say Spider People. Like I said, the Super Family. He said the Spider Girls.
I accept.
hoisted on my own spider petard. This is just.
I would add to the fact that, to D'Manda's point, they are derivative of Spider-Man's when they have the mask on. It only very particularly when there is a girl spider character when she does it. So like Silk isn't up here and she doesn't have that mask. So when certain Spider Girls are there, they don't have the same cows.
I would still say her icon, her like symbol that she still wears on her chest is still very derivative of Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I mean in that sense, yes.
Yes.
But when you know that there are Spider Girls, they have their own dimension to it because they're
and it will also
Individualize when needed.
yeah, the individual for sure. Because listen, my favorite Spider-Woman is Julia Carpenter.
Hell yes.
Love her forever.
You've done Julia Carpenter,
Yes,
right?
I have.
With
Yes.
the beautiful hair.
Yes. I've done Julia Carpenter, but at the same time, people still think that she's wearing Peter's outfit. It's like no, she had that first. But at the same time, still derivative of Spider-Man. Like it's still like again, I wouldn't see those looks and like it'd be like oh, Spider Girls. No. The first thing I'm gonna think is oh, the Spider-Man people. How are they related to Spider-Man?
So, a fair point. But I don't know that it violates one of our rules.
I win!
No, not yet.
Jonah, give me something here. We think it's individualized when needed. I think we've established that.
Mm-hmm.
Does it function within multiple eras, and do the outfits and design speak to what the characters represent?
So I guess my argument would be for does it speak for what they represent? Because it's very homogenous. You can tell that they're related to Spider-Man. They're all part of that great web. But what makes each spider unique? There's really nothing specifically about a lot of those designs that, tell you this is what this unique spider has. And you specifically chose a lot of these Spider Girls that unfortunately don't really have there's not a lot of uniqueness. They might have charisma.
I quite literally don't know who any of the three of these women are. Except sorry, two of them. I know who Mayday is, but the other two I'm like Spider Girls work.
And I will also say in regard to that point, I guess I do see how they kind of don't exactly tell their Spider-Woman story each, because then it's like, oh, that one's big white spider, and that one's soft spider on a blue background. Oh, that one's my favorite. That's red and white spider. I guess I see how they're not exactly telling a story.
But if you had Spider-Gwen, her outfit tells exactly.
All right, so the problem is on me for picking the wrong Spider Girls. Got it.
I'm trying to say yes, Nico.
It's all in how we illustrate. I am still shaky on this one as well. Yeah, this one's pending. We're gonna go back to D'Manda. And we've still got the X-Men and the Super Family. Nico and Jonah, talk to me.
You got one, Jonah? Okay, because I got one. I think any rule that affects the Spider Family kind of affects the Super Family. And here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say if the spiders are shaky, then the supers have got to be shaky.
So the thing is, the supers aren't shaky because I'm including all of them. You're specifically referring to just the Spider-Women.
Haven't the men had enough time? Can't we just talk about super women for a chance?
Everyone. in mine because I'm all inclusive.
I mean, he has all the power of that S you drew in your notebook while you were bored in math class. I don't understand.
Hi. That turned out not to be the Stussy S, so we were all just mind blown about that.
Wait, what?
Yeah. All right, so is it individualized when needed, Nico?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I have to say it is. Like, I'm even going to say, like, Bizarro is that word.
It is.
Jonah, does it function within multiple eras?
I mean, it does. I mean, how long has Superman been around for?
Right. And he's literally, and when they tried to change his costume, what happened? He went back to the original real quick.
Couldn't he just have chest hair all the time? I'd be super happy if the super women had chest hair too. Just like, if it got Clark some chest hair, I'd do a lot.
All right, so lastly, we gotta ask, do the outfits and designs speak to what the characters represent?
Yes.
I mean, they're all Kryptonians.
Can I be Mark Wade for 1 second, you
Come
guys?
on, come on.
The S stands for hope.
Quite literally! You know exactly who they are, you know exactly like where they're coming from, you know exactly like what it is. Yeah, they stand for, you know, America and peace and love and hope.
And sometimes Soviet Russia.
And sometimes Soviet Russia.
And power-wise, you always know what you're going to do.
Exactly, like you know what's happening. But again, we have Steel up there, which I think she's Steel 2, which I think. So individualized when needed, because she's not Kryptonian, but does she still fit in the family? She sure does.
Just like Pokemon, that one's Steel type.
Yes, she's again, it's they're all different enough, and also I love these Supergirl looks. So I just did a reset my classic Supergirl, but I'm like, oh, she gets to wear pants? Work.
All right, are we declaring no deal breaker on the super family right now?
Yeah, so far we don't have a lot of deal breakers. I'm interested to see where we go in the follow-up rounds because we're gonna probably have to do a sudden death. You guys have picked some really good ones, and we're gonna have to pit the good ones against each other. Super family's staying on the board for right now, so we're gonna go to Jonah.
Can I come after family yikes?
You can come out with whatever family you want.
Okay, so I love me some Green Arrow family. Big fan. You know, I'm wearing a Green Lantern ring. Gotta be a fan of Green Arrow. But I don't know that all of them are super dexterous. As a guy who spent a good portion of his early 30s wearing a lot of hooded tunics, I can tell you, you can't wear that at Target. That is not good for every era. You walk into a Marshall's looking like that, and they're calling security, okay? So do not get it twisted. These are cute for if you're fighting crime, but this is not good for every era. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot go to the Smithsonian in this.
Are you equating era with
Yeah,
day
they're
out?
going on a date. Like they're going their day out.
I'm trying to win here.
Do these get dated?
So the thing is that they continue to get updated, but at the same time, like, I know they're not our official 3 rules. I just don't like the fact, like, they don't look like a family. Like, they just don't look like a family. Yes, I mean, they look like a bunch of friends who, like, all kind of dressed up to, like, go beat up some punks, but they don't look like a family to me. And I know that, again, I know officially that's not
They
what
really
we're
agree with you.
I know, and listen, the Cerebral podcast agrees.
Oh, no, that's the Chuck Tingle.
Oh, is that?
That's
Oh.
definitely Chuck.
That's
Oh,
the full
whatever.
go-round of individualized when needed. Because it's when needed. If you're all too individualized,
Yeah, because like they don't have a cohesion together. They don't have like because like even there are some people who are red, there's some people who are green, there's some people who are blue, and it's like yeah, those people need those colors because of like who they are. But it's like but they still don't match. Like they don't go together.
Can we say the continuous thread is the archer aspect of it?
But the thing is, not all of them are archers because Black Canary is not an archer.
No.
She's not an archer. So why is she there?
She's a bird.
You know why she's there? Because she's fucking Oliver Queen, which we all would. And we all have.
We all wish.
No, we've all found a cosplayer, and we've all found a 3rd floor bathroom. I'm just saying.
I also feel like, you know, if you take away the bow and arrow off their back, like is that part of the look or is that just the weapon?
Yeah, tell me, Jonah, is the weapon part of the look, or is it like, you know, accessory accoutrement?
No, that's
He's full Green Arrow.
But
How can it be part of it?
at the same, but So again, if you're looking at these people as a family and like we're looking for like a unit, again, Black Canary doesn't fit in that family.
Listen, we all have a black sheep in our family, and that's don't call her out like that.
Listen, Dinah's my favorite. But also, again, I just.
No, D'Manda, you did nail it. We're losing this one, and it is specifically like I understand what you're saying about location.
Yeah, they're just not a family.
Yeah, it's like I said, it is when you go too far into the individualized and it goes beyond when needed. That is the point of that rule. So we are Xing out.
I think we just said that you can OD on rule number 1.
Yeah.
You can be too individualized
Yeah.
when not necessary.
Sometimes it's not necessary. If you're a family, if you're trying to do an iconic family look, you can't all be doing different stuff.
Okay, if we're eliminating Team Arrow because of
Come
Black
on, talk to
Canary,
me.
we're eliminating the mutants look because Emma's not wearing the same thing as them.
Wait. Oh, you mean the new X-Men look?
When necessary.
Oh, he's coming for me. I see. Got it.
If the argument is that, Black Canary stands out too much, I'm pretty sure Emma in that outfit that we're still trying to question with Spray piece of how it's staying up. That's. If you're looking at that people, you're gonna tell me Emma's part of the exact same cast as them?
Yeah, because her flesh forms the egg.
Yeah. So the only reason I would argue for, even though I don't want to win, I mean, I guess I don't want to win, but like I kind of agree that like Emma is the one who's like the one who stands out, which is fine. To have one who stands out, to have more than one that stands out is too much. However, functioning multiple eras, no, this was definitely 2000s to 2005, and that's it.
No, they can wear this to Target. They can go to the Smithsonian.
Do you want to go to Target and Smithsonian?
Can we go to Target after this?
Also,
Did I hear we had a question in the audience?
yes, I think so. Do people have things to say?
I have a question.
Let's go for it.
How dare you? But it's when we talk about the others.
All right.
I'll wait.
That's round 3.
Yeah,
They're
like,
up.
the thing is, like, this look, this fashion, I don't think takes us anywhere past, like, the turn of the century, which, yes, I'm dating myself by saying the turn of the century.
Turn of the millennium, in fact.
Yes. Oh. But yes, it's very 2000. And I don't feel like it's moved on past that because they're not still wearing those.
This is one I want to turn to.
Even though they look very comfortable.
This is one I want
They're
to
still
turn
not
to the
wearing
audience
those.
slightly because I do agree, I think, but do we all think this is a very 2000s outfit or can this stand the test of time?
No, I mean, I even agree. I can't look at this without thinking David E. Kelly should be producing television and Karen now should be making out with Keanu Reeves.
Right.
I don't. Did I come up with the multi-error rule? Oh, I did. Great. Okay. Good to know. Okay.
Nico, like I said, you always find a way to shoot yourself down in this game. You do have I feel, a strong competitor in the Spider Family, so you did lose the X-Men, though.
And they're super into it. Okay.
Alright. So back to me. So we're talking about
Now we have your X-Men. Now we have your blue and gold.
Okay, I think if I have one negative to say, it's that if we can knock out the New Mutants, I think Blue and Gold X-Men can come out for the same reason. Everybody, so same. I think that super fan, unimpeachable. But I think X-Men Blue Gold, I could buy the Forge one and also be Gambit and also be Rogue.
But also as a cosplayer, that's why I want that suit. New wig, new person. So the thing is that I just love this era, and I feel like it's, to me, it's at the sense of time. The fact that we're still getting art using this same thing, and every so often someone's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go run, so I'm gonna go throw my blue and gold suit on and go for a jog."
We had 2 blue and gold runs recently.
Yeah. Exactly. You're welcome.
Okay, and I'm going to take it a step further.
Yeah.
Okay, Jonah, when you think about Nightcrawler, what colors is he in?
That colors in that navy, that black, the red, the white.
When you think about Colossus, what colors is he in?
Red and yellow.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, you're supposed to say the proletarian. Oh, you said red and yellow, that works, okay. So, I mean, it's that these aren't individualized enough.
Okay, but they do occasionally individualize.
Security.
Security. So again, with the 3 rules that we have,
Yeah.
I will say, yes, I will kind of concede to that. I just, again, with the 3 rules that I had, my big thing is like the color scheme, the cohesion, like when you see them, you know what team they are, you know that they're a family, you know that they're doing a thing. But also I just love it.
Contestants, why does the super family work but this doesn't?
Because so I think the super family works more because they individualize more but still keep it in the color scheme and the cohesion of it.
Yeah.
And I think for me, one of the things that makes the X-Men so different is they're all fundamentally different people operating within the same social parameters. But the super family are sort of reflections of that same idea of having to be like the best in a situation you didn't choose to be in. And I think the supers identifying by this symbol of hope is kind of different than the X-Men all wearing what is essentially in many ways a military garb.
Yes.
And so I think in that way, the super family really gets my vote. I kind of feel like we're going to keep going, but like I'm going to vote for super family in the end. I'm not voting for myself. So I'm going to hold up the Dela lipstick.
But the other thing is like, again, to sort of also eliminate one of my choices. Like the X-Men are just more iconically known for just having an X symbol somewhere on their suit, whether it's a belt buckle, a patch, whatever. I just love these suits. That's all.
I get it.
Yeah.
This is not all of our dreams as X-Men fans to have our own.
Which again, I have it.
Right.
And it's great. And I literally did an entire photo shoot during lockdown where I literally would just change my wig.
And you're every
excuse me,
X-Man.
my actual hair. I would dye my hair every day. Oh no. Baby, we're not Storm. We don't do that. No, we're not doing that here. That's why I'm friends with Dax, because then she'll be Storm.
No room for Pearl.
No, absolutely not.
All right, let's go to Jonah.
Well, I only have the Frost family left. I don't know.
So, the Frost family.
I got nothing on this one. It's all you, D'Manda.
Like, function in multiple eras. The thing is that they don't, like...
Keep in mind,
Aside-
you can throw the other 2 in the mix.
But what I'm saying is, like, Emma, though she has, like, somewhat iconic looks, meaning, like, things that she's known to wear, like, her whole thing now is, I'm gonna wear something different all the time. Her thing is, like, white. So, and it's really only Emma and Christian, because the other 2 sisters, one Emma literally murdered. And put her at the bottom of the resurrection protocols.
But rightfully.
Oh, rightfully so, for sure.
So right, you're right. It doesn't function in all eras. She can't come out after Labor Day.
Excuse you.
First of all, there's a certain thing called winter white that she is definitely in. So the reason that I am going to go so like functioning in multiple eras. It's like, is this look functioning in multiple eras, or is she just wearing something different in white?
She does wear something different.
Yeah. So it's like, but it's also only her. Like, Christian has been a relatively new character, so he hasn't really had that many looks. This is sort of like his most iconic look. But also, again, I'm going to bring up, she literally murdered her sibling for trying to take her name.
It's individualized.
That's not why she murdered her.
No, she murdered her for many reasons, but also she's trying to take her name.
And I don't know that Cordelia ever gave us a Frost family look.
She wore red.
She wore red and black. Like, she was also not, she literally...
She loved a low-rise jean and a crop top.
She was also just like, she doesn't even go here.
Yeah,
Jonah,
she truly does.
Jonah, defend yourself. Defend your Frost from this Frost slander.
Unfortunately, it's a little bit hard to, because because here's the thing, identity. We're talking about identity. D'Manda's not wrong. Emma does have some very iconic looks of what you think of. I think her first White Queen outfit, a lot of people might recognize her and associate with, but like, she's constantly changing her outfit. Christian, I think that outfit works in every era.
No, I do like that outfit on Christian.
And then you
for
look
sure.
at the Cuckoos, and it's not really fashion. It's just kind of like a couple of smocks and frocks and.
I still want this. I still want that cuckoos look. I've also done the cuckoos, which is super fun.
Yeah.
But
And then no love to Cordelia or Adrian, I guess.
But no, because so Adrian again, I think it was actually said on panel that she has put Adrian continually at the bottom of the resurrection pit.
Yeah.
Because she's like, no, she's not coming back. We don't speak to her.
Because if you stay petty, you ain't gonna get it.
Exactly. But like Cordelia, it's like Cordelia doesn't even like come to her mind. She's like, wait, I have a sister named Cordelia.
If her sister stays murdered, she ain't gotta get murdered.
Right. Doesn't fuck her.
Cordelia murdered?
No, Cordelia wasn't.
Around.
She's
just non-existent.
Yeah, she's literally like, wait, do I have a sister?
It's the same thing as Dazzler's sister. We don't talk about her.
First of all, how dare you, Lois London?
No, I love Lois London.
Who's still in a coma on Utopia, supposedly.
I truly am shocked that that family did not come into the mix here.
Because they don't have.
Who doesn't
There's two of them.
However, the Necrotia issue, where Mortis is like, oh, you wear this white look, well, I'm gonna do black and red, bitch. I'm gonna try to kill you.
Can we all just take a moment for the Lois Londons, for the Rosalind Kind?
All right,
London.
Frost are on shaky ground.
So, like, with the 3 rules that we have, like, I can't necessarily poke a lot of holes in it, but I'm also like, is a family just these 2? Like, just these 2 people just wearing white? Is that really, like, a look, a family, an iconic moment? Or is it literally just 2 white people wearing white?
Yeah.
2 white people wearing white, being blonde.
Like, being blonde, being cunty. Like, that's what we're going
What
for.
about Fire Island?
Like, it's like, yeah, it's cute, but, like, is it a thing?
I don't think so. I think it's also too individual because you'll associate, be like, oh, they're probably siblings, maybe cousins. But what if you look at them and you go, it's not a family look. They don't have family looks. They have family themes.
Yeah.
Keeping it together.
Yeah, it's
got family money.
Family money, family white party. I think it's.
They have family cocaine.
We're pushing on to the last family we have to look at.
Okay. So here's the endless. I think also we need to get rid of because they are too individualized. Now, does it work for their character representation? Absolutely. But they're too individualized. They're not a cohesive look.
If you look at the endless objectively, do you look at them and think those are siblings
Hold up. We got a question from the audience.
Yes.
One of them isn't even wearing anything.
That's not even a look. Like, you get to be naked and be like, this is a look, bitch. I'm serving this. And it's like, man, that's literally just your vagina. Like,
Okay, if I can make one small change to Desire's look, I would like to replace the fish hook with a ring pop. And so she just kind of bops into the room and she's like, I'm sad again.
That's despair, just to...
Oh my god, I can't believe I misspoke. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good.
No, you and Desire can have a ring pop too. Super sexy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess.
Is this family siblings or is this every queer group that goes to brunch?
it's quite literally, it's giving just like, this is our friend group who isn't going to the same event after brunch.
No,
They're all going somewhere else after they have mandatory brunch on Sunday.
Tits out.
Just sits out.
one's going to a burlesque show. One looks like he coaches like Little League.
They're all just very sad.
Nico, I'm gonna give you credit here.
Sorry. The main issue is like if you're gonna X out the arrow team, then this can't work.
Yeah. Again, it doesn't. No, bye.
Nico, I'm gonna give you credit here because your rules did not lose you this for once. When playing this game, you're really stepping it up. It was the other people's rules that lost you this one. But the Endless are coming off the board, and we are...
I don't know. I was brave enough to show the nipple. I think I should win.
We're down to our last two, which are the Spider Girls and the Super Family.
Okay, so now I think we're just kind of comparing apples and oranges after a certain point.
Very high quality apples and very high quality ones.
You look at the Spider Family, you look at the
We're not the Spider Family. He very specifically said the Spider Girls. Very specifically.
Very specifically.
Did you hear that? If you're a feminist, they're gonna come for you.
I notoriously do not pick winners for this game, so audience, we're talking about the Super Family versus the Spider Girls. Let me see a show of hands for the Super Family. All right, can I get a show of hands for the Spider Girls? I love the Spider Girls. D'Manda,
What?
congratulations.
Did I win? I won!
You did it. You nailed it. And I just feel like, go to it. I just want everybody to know. These were my picks.
Oh!
I think I would have won.
Who did you pick? No.
The Akaba family, yes, absolutely.
Maybe.
It's giving the apocalypse. The Marvel family, I really think I would have won.
Is that Shazam?
Proving the point!
It counts.
Proving the point!
I was given this material.
Yeah. Kevo just does. No, I left it in there. I knew what I was getting into.
I knew what I was doing.
Lastly, the Maximoffs, I think I would have won. I think I would have won all three. I think you guys would have not.
No, not the Maximoffs.
And now,
Because also not all of them even use that name.
I know. It's really
And they're also not even like family anymore.
now let me ask though, audience, did anybody have any favorite family comic looks of all time?
Let's hear it.
The Batman and Robin?
So the reason I didn't pick the Bat family was because they also don't have a cohesive. So again, one of my rules, cohesion. So even though they all have the bat symbol, their color schemes are all over the place. They're not like
Individualized.
yeah, and, like individualized are needed, but like again, like the Arrow family, I feel like they're too individualized, where it's just the bat symbol.
And they like killed too many female Robins.
But also,
The Wonder Girls.
oh, so first of all, I almost picked the Wonder family.
Oh my god, the boob window, right? Sorry, not the Wonder Family. No, I meant the Power Family. My bad. I have to climb up the table.
The Power Family is literally Power Girl and Power Boy.
Yeah.
But no, the sorry, Bat Family. Who do we say? No. So I want to say the Wonder. But also with the Bat Family, not everyone even has the Bat symbol either, because all of the Robins.
Right.
Oh, sorry, little burp. I'm a lady. Like the Robins don't have the Bat symbol anyway.
But they work because of the fact that you know who they are.
So the thing is, like definitely the Robin is definitely a thing, and like I feel like Nightwing definitely adapted a bird into a bat-like symbol, so like that definitely works for
He's a
him.
nice like he's the center.
Yes,
Yeah.
like for sure, and like Nightwing has a similar kind of thing, but then Damien, I fucking hate him, so like fuck him. But Tim is always like so confused about, again, because he's the newly out bisexual, and he's just always so confused about his like. He's like, am I Robin? Am I Redbird? Am I doing this? And then he wore that terrible brown costume for a while. But also DC just has so many problems with all of their reboots, regardless.
New 52 is awful.
Oh,
Do you got any other families that we love in the audience?
Fave fan looks. Anybody with any favorites? I know I almost put Green Lantern on the
the
board.
Green Lanterns are good.
The core is so good. Or, oh, another one.
I mean, I just can talk all day.
Yeah.
The Hellions.
So, here's the other thing. So I have a Hellions look, obviously.
I know.
And there are so many people who are walking around here in my Hellions look, and I'm like, first of all, I'm the one who got that design. You're fucking welcome. Second of all, why didn't y'all fucking let me know I would have worn tarot? Like, where's the communication? But also, like, that's my design. Stop wearing it. No, it's fine. Like, obviously.
Oh, you look so cute.
No, the beef and empath are great. I also have like 2 or 3 other friends who, again, like have the same design, and I'm going to be meeting one in Salt Lake next month, so like it's going to be cool. But yeah, no, 5 minutes.
We got our 5 minutes.
And but no, the Hellions are great, but that's also, it'll fall with the New Mutants, where like it's literally just the same costume. And also, I will say, it's also super uncomfortable to wear when you're a lady who doesn't have real titties, because you need to have like your prosthetics, and that boob wind, it's like down to here. So I had to have several conversations with the dye-sub designer about like, no, I need like, I'm like, I need some titty to show, but I need like less titty. Thank you so much. And also, problematic thing is Emma being like, you're literally 14, get your tits out.
Great teacher.
Tack.
It's all for the children.
I do want to say though, I think one of the things is that I love a lot of looks that are like genuinely horrific, because one of the families that one of the families I wanted to put on the list so bad was I desperately wanted to put 90s X-Force on the list.
Oh! The shoulder pads and the straps and the things.
United by the purple, the shoulder pads, the oversized laser guns. Because, like, you know, I'm in education, so, like, I have concerns about weaponry, but not these. These, if you tried to get these into a school, it's like the size of a house, and all it shoots is light. No one's worried.
Liefeld? No, we don't know her.
They took the Digimon approach. They just added more and more guns and more weapons. They just kept going.
Nico, who are you?
Oh, I'm Nico Action, and you guys can find me all over the interwebs at Nico Action. That's NICOACTION. And if you like what you saw today, you can check out all of our amazing stuff over at X's for Show. That's X's for Show on YouTube, social medias, all the like.
Jonah, who are you?
Hi, I'm Jonah. You can follow me over on socials at Geek Jonah. It's Geek.
D'Manda.
Hi, I'm D'Manda Martini. You can find me across all social media at D'Manda Martini, DMandaMartini.
And I've been your moderator, TK Elemental. You can find me on all socials at TK Elemental. So much thanks to our wonderful producer, Kevo. Bravo, thank you so much. Again, we are X's for Show. You can find us all over at X's for Show. Thank you so much for being here. And,
Amazing audience.
But also, what did I win?
We'll talk about that.
You won bragging rights.
We are going to fly you to LA, where you're going to produce a show for the internet made by the World of Wonder team.
I love that.
No.
Thank you all so much.
Thanks, everybody.
Yes, you all are wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for being here.